book lovers of the internet, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe because for every subscriber I get a new subscriber and they also read a page from a book of my choice. I want to start this video by thanking the 70 new people who just discovered my channel through the live streams and decided to subscribe. So if you're watching this, thank you so much. In today's video, I am going to be speaking about Saga Volume 4 by Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona Staples. I wouldn't say this is one of the best covers. In fact, I think that this might have been an even better cover, to be honest. However, I rated this one 4 out of 5 stars. Um, and it has about 140 pages, so there will be a lot of spoilers because I don't think there is a way of bringing up graphic novels without spoiling anything. So yeah, just a heads up, if you haven't read the series yet, there will be a couple of spoilers, and feel free to click away if you haven't yet read the series. So basically, by telling us that her parents would split up, I thought that Hazel, who is the narrator, meant that they would ruin the whole point of the series. So if you don't know anything about Saga, basically, it is a graphic novel series about this family who tries to survive during a war between two different planets who have landfall and Reed. So this is the whole point of the series. If they break up or if they stop being together, then there won't really be a point anymore. So this is of course not the case, and I feel stupid for not having drawn that conclusion earlier. So this series, in my opinion, just keeps getting more immersive, by the way, with every single volume, and there are several volumes. I think there are about 11 or 12 now. So there was this new character introduced. There are these people who have television screens for their heads, and Dengo has to be one of the most vengeful characters so far. So he is a guy who absolutely hates people who form part of the royal family, people who don't care about the suffering of others. So completely understandably, he is a bit of a rebel, a bit of a vengeful character who continues to create further unease within the series, and it's basically at this point just a theme that permeates everywhere. So there is also Prince Ivy's wife, who is killed by this Dango character, and his own son is kidnapped, and yeah, Prince Ivy's son is kidnapped by Dango, and Dango does have his own tragic backstory and several great reasons for setting out on his own villain arc. I do kind of empathize with Prince Ivy, so I don't really have anything negative to say about Prince Ivy, though I completely understand Dango's perspective as well. So then we have the two main characters, Marco and Alana, who both do their best to protect their daughter Hazel, and they also both try not to reveal their identities while still having a job or taking care of Hazel. And this doesn't really work out too well because Alana does drugs to ease the embarrassment and the risk of her job as a very popular actress, and Marco freaks out over this. They then argue and eventually they split up, but not in the way that they stop loving each other or stop being together. Um, the connection between them is completely lost, so to Marco, his own family is missing because after they argue, they go away from each other, and then more tragedy basically happens, and they end up split up in this way. So when the story spans the entire universe, I don't see how they have no simpler way to communicate in such cases. So I don't see how the author didn't think of any way of communication that could bring them together quickly. So yeah, no sort of advanced technology mentioned, and we are now just waiting to see whether Alana and Marco will eventually be reunited to continue taking care of Hazel together. And I'm pretty sure that Alana is still with Marco's mother and his daughter as well, so Marco has a lot of reason to find his family. Then there is also this sort of um, part of the graphic novel, which is very interesting because we see um, this whole idea reflected in Prince Ivy's um, own life, and I'll explain to you in a minute. However, in the meantime, right, another part of the story, Lying Cat is sedated. The Will is a vegetable in hospital, so yeah, Sophie basically tries to kill him. She doesn't manage, and now he is crippled in hospital. And Sophie has grown up rather quickly. I wasn't expecting her to grow so quickly, considering that Hazel hasn't grown that much. So it is of course very difficult to read about kids and the sacrifices adults make to ensure their safety, when the whole structure of their lives is war. This is what these kids are born in, this is what they have to experience for their whole lives. They basically have no stability, they are always trying to run away from danger. So I also look forward to seeing how Marco and Lana will be reunited. And this is the part I was talking about where Prince Robot IV comes in. It is very cool to see that both Prince Robot IV and Marco are now about to team up, if I understood that part of the graphic novel properly, because they are both fathers who are looking for their families, and it's absolutely reasonable that they would help each other in this situation. So I have nothing much to say against Prince Robot IV. I mean, he didn't have any choice but to be born in certain wealth and certain standards. And I also understand Dengo's perspective on the other side, on the other hand. And I'm astounded by well he was able to plan everything and how he was able to deceive the royal army, basically kill Prince Ivy's wife and steal his kid. So I think Dengo will probably end up dead. That is a theme in this series which we see every single time. That isn't something new to Brian Vaughan and Fiona Staples. So yeah, not quite sure which characters will die, which will live on, and I look forward to reading volume 5 and letting you know what I think. So as usual, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, check out the rest of my content, and I'll see you in the next one, hopefully very, very soon. Bye, guys.